Hi there, collective. This is your reading for May 13th. I felt an urge to make this topic about a general question, okay? How are they feeling about you? What are people saying about you that you need to know? That's a very not quite like me topic. So it's interesting. Maybe some of you have been curious about that. I don't know why. No matter what comes out here, do not force the message to fit. I apologize. My voice is still returning to normal. It's quite a bit lower than usual. I've been sick for so long, and allergy season here has just exacerbated everything. So here's the thing. Let's start with a general overview of who you really are. So you know who you really are, who Spirit sees you as. So you know that this is meant for you, all right? And if you don't resonate with this first part, please don't force anything to fit. All right, so Spirit sees you as the King of Wands. Wow, that's pretty bold, you guys. All right, King of Wands, yes, is the card of fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, but it is also somebody who is really focused on an objective, and like they're just like, hey, I got a mission, I'm gonna accomplish that mission. So if you are really diving into, it doesn't have to be work, could be a personal project, could be like a home renovation even, but it is something that is like really driving you at this point, and you are not taking any distractions. So I mean, I'm like, is this like a beetle on his head? Whatever it is, the point of this is that his peripheral vision is blocked. Why? Because the wings are actually leading him upwards, ascension, towards a goal. And yes, oftentimes those are goals that bring you closer to your soul's calling. So Spirit is on your side. Spirit sees you working really hard. You don't have to be identifying as a masculine for this to be your message. All right. And Page of Cups. There's a beautiful lightness to your energy at this time. Spirit sees you as maybe focusing on something that really made you feel good about yourself in childhood as well. You could also be working on healing some childhood wounds, attachment wounds, other types of trauma experiences. You're really trying to better yourself. And I do see that happened after a period of feeling like you were helpless, hopeless. Eight of Swords is back here. And it's indicating that you really went through some really dark times in recent history. All right. So I am not going to try to clarify the King of Wands. You know why? King of Wands doesn't need any type of clarification. I see you clearly. Okay. And you, I hope you know that you are someone who is absolutely deserving of all of the accolades that result as because of the hard work that you're putting in right now. I do feel that is coming in your direction. Oftentimes that leads people to misconstrue your priorities, how you feel, jealousies, envies, blah, 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 peanut galleries. We don't need that, right? I know you don't need that. All right. But they are around. That's why I've been drawn to this reading topic today. So show me, Spirit, what are some of the things that people are saying about my collective here? So these are karmic connections, and you already know. You already know, because this is the Intuitive Kev tarot deck. When Intuitive Kev himself comes out, right, in a reading, it's pointing often to, if you watch his channel, something that he's told you about, but if not, something that you already know. These are people, I don't want to say they don't matter. It's kind of cruel and rude, and I'm not going to say that, but people who are here for seasons and reasons, they're not necessarily bringing you blessings, but they are bringing you lessons, all right? So karmic connections can take many forms, all right? And they're not all negative experiences, right? But these are people that are meant to, you could kind of like treat them as stepping stones as you as you evolve, right? You go through different stages. And so these are different stages that you're going through, and they are a part of that. Yeah. On your path, you're absolutely led by spirit at this time and divine guidance. So some of these karmic connections actually see you doing that. And yes, a King of Wands, a Queen of Wands energy is often led by a soul spark, by something, yeah, that seems divine, you know. So like a composer, by, for example, they are composing something absolutely brilliant, and the inspiration for that comes from wanting to come closer to what they perceive as or feel as God, or universal intelligence, or universal love. They're tuning into that really high frequency energy, essence of life. Okay, so first of all, these are karmics, all right? And how are they feeling about my collective at this time? What does my collective need to know? 3 of Wands and Justice. Yeah, you've served them. You've served them up something. Some of these may be, yeah, people that approached you with love offers that you rejected, because I do see the 4 of Cups. So these are people that are feeling like they've been left behind. They're no longer getting full off of your cups of love. Basically, you have stopped giving to them. Why? Because there's a sense of karma, and they see you as kind of like deciding to do your own thing here. 3 of Wands, focusing on your goals. I mean, so far they see you clearly, but I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Tell us more about how these people perceive my... Yep, there's karmic connection again. Reiterating the message. What else, Spirit? How do they feel about my... Oh, well, there it is. I knew something was going to come out that wasn't so great. 7 of Cups and the trash box card. I mean, first of all, 3 of Cups. All right. These are people that you used to hang out with on a pretty regular basis. 3 of Cups. So maybe you used to go to parties together. Maybe you went drinking. You went out dancing, whatever it was that you used to spend more time with them. So these are light connections. I don't mean to say that light connections are not important. I just mean like they're not deep. All right. Things don't go that deep. And so they're used to like having you around to shoot the shit. And now you're not. So they're like, they are talking about you. They are talking about you. And they're like, what the heck is up with collective? Why are they discarding us? I don't have to tell you again, but I will just reiterate. Do not let what other people think, say about you reflect how you really are. Spirit has already shown you who you really are. They have no clue who you really are. These are people that are not seeing you clearly. And they're like, all right, well, maybe collective has different options. And so they're going with the options. Now, the other thing is they see you as the Empress, someone who is absolutely charming and attracting lots of attention and divine in a way. Someone who is adoring themselves and being adored. Someone who is not actively going out there and seeking, right? Because people are coming towards them, you know? You are in your I am attracting energy kind of phase. I am attracting people kind of phase. And they see you that way. So Spirit, show us some more. How does this person or these people actually perceive my collective at this time? Four of Pentacles, Page of Swords. They're watching you on social media. They see you as being pretty, wounded, actually. Nine of Swords. I don't know. Wow. I don't know if they know something about what you've been through in your recent history, but they think that you are unable to sleep at night. They think that you are obsessive about the pain from your past, and that's why you've become kind of reclusive. But they're like, I mean, you could be an air sign. I'm not sure here because King of Swords is out here. They see you as being someone who is at this time choosing to value their mental space over their emotional realm. So you are making decisions based on logic, not based on heart. All right. I don't know if this, I don't think this is true because the King of Wands is absolutely not the King of Swords. Now, you're working on your Pentacles space. So relationships and career that give you back what you put in. So you're working on things that deliver to you. Because I see that. I mean, I can understand, and you can too, right? You're like, well, yeah, of course I am. I want what I deserve, But they are watching you. Page of Swords. And they see you as holding back. Four of Pentacles. They're like, well, you're being stingy. Collective, why are you being so stingy? Little do they know, you're not being stingy. You're being discerning, okay? All right, so Spirit, tell us about who this group of people or people are. The Three of Cups. Tell us who they are. They're people that you are not currently speaking with. Yes, I do see that. Now, these are people that are page level. So yeah, they're explorers. They're maybe people that are going out there in the dating world or like the meetup space, just exploring their options. Maybe they're younger than you and they are currently you are being protected from them. You are coming off as a king. 3 kings and an emperor here. Absolutely someone who is high level, okay? I don't mean in terms of like, oh, you were too good for them. I mean, you're at a different level. Like you have accumulated wealth of knowledge, of life experience, of love experience perhaps, and you have probably your own home or you're working towards that. You're building something, and these folks that are thinking about you, they're still figuring out what they want in life. There's nothing wrong with chasing rainbows. I love the notion of chasing rainbows, but they're out there doing that. But Spirit is saying these people are not meant for you right now. You are meant to be focusing on yourself, on your own stability, on grounding, on building your own sovereignty, your own empire, okay? And who and what is a part of that empire is absolutely your choice. So, excuse me, these Page of Wands folks, they could be fire signs. They definitely want to come towards you, but they're being held back. So right now they are incommunicado, It's not someone that you're talking to, all right? And let's get some advice for you. So is collective on the right path? Yeah, you're getting over things. You're getting over something from your past. Ace of Swords. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe you have built some sort of vision board. You've decided that you have a clear vision of what you want your present and your future to look like, and you are actively going towards that. One of the things that you don't want, right, is this Ten of Swords. You may have recently gone through some sort of feeling of betrayal, whether it was real or imagined, it was felt. And anytime something is felt, it's real enough for you or anyone, right, to change their life path. And that's what you've done. Something or someone hurt you in the past, and you're working those things out, realizing how they may have mirrored something from your past, your life as a young person. You know, you're actively, I believe you are actively healing. So I got cut off for a second. You are someone who is actively healing after a painful ending in some situation, some circumstance. All right, so Spirit, tell us more about the Ten of Swords. Who inflicted it? Okay, there was an ending, all right. Judgment and the Sun, and you are out here like, no, I like this energy. Again, you could be a Gemini. You have the Magician out here. I just felt that heavy Gemini energy. You don't have to be, though, guys. Everyone has the ability to be a magician, meaning someone who has a great understanding of all four elements and the ways in which to move about through this world, where they can align their values and their ethics, right, with their thought patterns, with their intentions, with their actions, and you act upon it, and you work with the resources that you already have. Okay. Wow. You build. What is that saying? I don't know why I want to say that. If you build it, they will come. You were someone, who was a visionary. Absolutely. Got that little Steve Jobs like picture in my head all of a sudden. Maybe you recently did celebrate an important milestone. Birthday does not have to be, but it is coming up. Something shifted within you, and you were able to see through this labyrinth, and you are like, you know what? I'm going to delve headfirst into a new endeavor and build something, a legacy. I'm really feeling that for you right now. Collective, this is a great energy. So whatever that Ten of Swords was, you took that pain and you turned it into power. And that is really a beautiful example of transmutation. That makes you a magician, all right? Not in the Harry Potter sense, but in the real sense, like, hey, you know what you're doing. This is why you are, I think, stepping away from energies that are page level, okay? All right, Spirit, let's get some more advice for my collective as they proceed into the Sun. I love it. You guys have some new clarity and you're building. My God, Spirit is on your side with the Wheel of Fortune. This is a really good reading, guys. Whoever is talking shit about you, let them. You know what? You can go be the Hermit. It's cool. You could be a Virgo. But everyone needs to be the Virgo at some point, guys. Everyone needs to go within, introspect, or at least give off the air of introspection if you are indeed working on a secret project. I get the sense that whatever you guys are working on building, Spirit is saying, do not talk about it. Do not share it, because you do not yet. You know what? If you share it, I'm hearing that it will shift your focus a little bit and cause you to lose the flow state that you are currently in. Spirit is absolutely telling you that whatever, luck is on your side. I don't believe in luck, but some of you really needed to hear that. What it's saying is the wheel has turned and things are moving in your favor. And you are someone who believes in that. I love it. I love it, collective. Let them say what they are going to say, okay? Who cares? All right, Spirit. Show me what else is coming towards my collective in the near future. These beautiful, inspired people that are part of my collective that are working actively to build something, transformation. So Spirit is saying, you cannot go back to who you once were. You cannot go back to how things used to be. There has been a shift, and it is a forever shift. Death could be a death to student loans. Yeah, you're past that. It's like you've paid all the student loans. You paid all your debts. This is time for something new. This is you 2.0 or 3.0, whatever it is. This is you transformed. That's what's coming towards you. People will not recognize you. You are somebody who is going to come across as being very, very balanced. Temperance. Nothing is going to shake you. I think that is a outstanding energy. Not only that, I see the Nine of Pentacles here pointing to financial and other independence. So somebody, yeah, you could be buying a home. But more than that, you're going to be like, set. You're going to feel like you are ready to take on the world. Let the world come. You have already built what you need to build. Nothing can shake you. That's a wonderful state to be in. I love that. So, my goodness, I'm so grateful for this message for you. Leave my collective with some, I like this deck for you, my fire friend deck messages. Please, Spirit, what can they work on fostering right now to help them through this stage? Remember what I just said? Move in silence. Spirit is reiterating it. Move in silence. Do your work. Be diligent. Yeah. Put a little bit of that Virgo flair in there, like focusing on the details, right? If you are really focused on something, you're not going to need to talk about it. And I think you are people who are right now truly being called to go within, sharpen up your skills. What was that? My body, my earth. Okay, well, some of you are being called to strengthen your body through activities in nature. So your connection with Mother Earth may be very important at this time. Yeah, I can see that, especially if you are someone that is being called to and has spent some time alone, away from that Three of Cups kind of festivity. Gain your sense of collaboration and support from nature. Cool. What else, Spirit? Okay, thank you. Don't forget to breathe. Meditation. Meditation may be important at this time. Sending and receiving and the ecosystem. Yeah, nature is coming up twice now in your reading from Spirit, your advice from Spirit. Okay, so I mean, I see a lot of natural elements in these cards in general, but yeah, I think that's a fox, right? Twice. So you may see foxes. That's interesting. Fox came up in one of my readings recently. I don't remember what sign it was. Focus on Mother Earth at this time. Now, you don't need to go out there and hug a tree, but you do need to recuperate. So yeah, all work and no play makes you a dull collective. So use nature as like a playground at this time. Whatever it is that brings you joy, whether it's gardening, whether it's running in through trails, whether it's going to farmers markets, bird watching, like just looking at the animals and the fauna and flora, whatever it is, everybody's got something that they practice in nature almost intuitively, instinctively, right? Do that. Keep doing that. Remember that you are always sending and receiving from the universe. Okay, so whatever, I know this sounds kind of trite, but whatever you put out is what you receive. So put out some good energy and you will receive it back multiple fold, okay? All right, and I'm going to close this reading because I think that was really beautiful. Keep steady while you're building that project of yours up. Steady yourself and be very focused. You are on the right path. Spirit is absolutely with you on this. All right, good luck.